All right, y'all. Hello from Texas. um, Landed yesterday, and it's our Airbnb. So there's a little bit of traffic. It might be a little noisy, but it's way noisier inside with my kids and my niece and nephew. So we'll just go with it, roll with it. So today's day 3 of Home and Harmony, all about spaciousness. And if you're just joining now for the first time, you don't know what Home and Harmony is. I'm doing a 28 days where I'm going live every day, and the whole purpose of it, the intention behind it, is to help us all, like giving us practical tools and systems to just slow down during the holiday rush and not be crazy chickens with our head cut off, like running around and allowing the chaos to like wrap us up. And whenever we're like functioning like that, we typically have a shorter fuse. We're maybe yelling more, we're losing our patience, we're maybe being a little more angry, like even the road rage. So yeah, this is day 3 of 28, and it's all about spaciousness today. But before I get into today, I want to talk about how the first 2 days have landed for you guys. So first day was like, what was that again? Let me look here, hang on. So yesterday was setting intentions and like figuring out who you want to be over the next month. And then the day before that, can't I find that? Oh, awareness. Just starting this off with like awareness and where are you at with like how you are in life every day. And yeah, so I just want to know how that's landing for you guys. How are you feeling with that? Are you noticing a difference already? Have you been slowing down? Do you see areas for growth where like, this is how I'm being and this is how I want to be, and I need to like do these small changes? One thing that I see a lot and I do a lot is like rush around. So getting the kids to school on time, having to be at a birthday party at a certain time. Sometimes I'm not giving myself enough space to actually be on time. So that's part of the spaciousness, is when you know that you have to be somewhere on time, how can you build that time into your schedule so that you're not rushing around? So like, for example, like my sister-in-law lives like 30 minutes away from us. So if we have a party at 2, it takes 30 minutes to get there. And then you think of like 30 minutes to get the kids ready, maybe 30 minutes to eat, but then like building in an extra like 15. So that if there is traffic, if there is something you forgot and you have to turn around, like you have that extra time built into your schedule so that you're not rushing. You can be a little slower. If you want to stop and grab a coffee on the way, like you have space and time to do that. I find that just creating that little moment of space is so helpful to just ground me and make me feel calm in my body and have a calm nervous system in general. Another way that we can build time into our schedule is going to be nighttime. Even like a morning, but I know that that's not feasible for everyone, especially if you like work a full-time job and you have to be there at a certain time in the morning. But right now it's, we're approaching winter and the days are getting shorter and shorter, at least in the northern hemisphere. So how can you, and sleep is like the most important thing, right? For our mental health, even for our physical health, sleep is one of the most important factors that contributes to our overall feeling of health. So how can you set yourself up for going to bed by a certain time, like 9, 10 p.m.? I like the idea of once the sun goes down, like no overhead lighting. it's like lamps and candles and making a really cozy space to just like curl up in and just feel really cozy and nurtured. And then that's like setting you up to feel safe enough to fall asleep, you know, safe enough in your body to go to sleep. And it's also signaling to your body like, hey, it's time to wind down. We don't have the overhead lights on, the sun is down, it's getting dark. And then that spaciousness, like sometimes if I go to bed like at 9 or even 8:30, I wake up earlier or I wake up before my alarm. And that is like gold to me. Just having that time in the morning where I'm like, wow, I woke up before my alarm. I feel rested. Like I have 5 extra minutes even. Makes a huge difference in the morning. And I know it's like hard to get to bed sometimes that early. But there's little things that we can do, right, to like help us. So maybe not drinking caffeine after a certain time if it affects you. Maybe if it serves you, no screens like 30 minutes before bedtime. I know a lot of people say an hour before, but I don't think that's super feasible for everybody. I know for me, it always helps to read a book if I want to go to bed by a certain time and I like don't want to be on my screen, then reading a book is usually really helpful for that. And having these little parts of your routine, so like the no overhead lighting, but I know when I had my pregnancy insomnia, I would try to stick to the same routine. So if I'd wake up, I would just go back to my bedtime routine. That's like shower and make a cup of tea, maybe eat a snack, like making a sleepy time tea or something. And even if, you know, even if you're like, sleepy time tea doesn't work for me, it's still just that act of the ritual that's like, I'm preparing myself for bed. David, stop. My brother's flashing you with his hairy ass. God. But yeah, that tea is gonna help you just like have that routine. And if you are someone that is like always rushing around and you're always late, or it just doesn't set your nervous system up for success. You want to, like, if you can calm your nervous system down wherever possible, then let's do that, right? So it's an identity shift for you too, if you are that person that's always rushing around, where you're like, wait, I take care of myself. And one of the ways I do that is giving myself a lot of time and space whenever I can. And then just some like practical ways to create space in just daily life before we sign off here. Just eating without rushing. You're like, and I know for me, I love eating with like watching a show, but maybe here or there I won't do that, just so I can, you know, try to be in the present more with, you're not like you're chewing slowly, you're like actually tasting your food, you're stopping for water, you're maybe taking your presence, you're taking in your surroundings and really like being present in the moment. Maybe breathing before you're responding to something, especially if it's something that's angering you. I know I have to do this at work a lot. If something triggers me, I have to be like, oh, okay. And then just giving yourself a break between tasks. So where can you kind of slow down in between your tasks? If you're doing laundry and dishes, then like, how can we not rush from thing to thing? Because at the end of the day, our home is here to serve us. We're not serving our home. So we need to, not need to, but if it feels good to you, like where can you take those pauses in your daily life, even while you're brushing your teeth? Where can you be really intentional with like, I'm gonna feel every single tooth, every crevice of the tooth as I'm brushing my teeth, and just be really present in this moment. So that's what I have for y'all today. Travis, I will do my hair as I please, and if you're here for looks, then you can skedaddle. Hello. Happy Thanksgiving, you too. So day 4, tomorrow, I want to talk about delegating and releasing control. So where can you delegate to the other members of your household? Where can you delegate at work if you're in a leadership position? Where can you delegate and not micromanage, which is letting go of control?
Did you bring a hair dryer?
No. And just, yeah, where can we release control and try to just surrender more? Thanks, guys, for being here. And this is, again, really good work. And I'm proud of you for showing up. I'm proud of myself for showing up. Let's have a really calm December moving into the holidays.